Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. All right, so let's look at a viewer comment. This was in the comment section to the last video I made about getting discounts in Japan. This is from a longtime viewer, Mark Mathosian. Mark Mathosian. So, Mark, thanks for the comment. He writes in, "Hi Austin, when buying a valuable and often hard to get product like some Rolex models, I wouldn't even bother to ask for a discount. I am just grateful the seller is able to accommodate my needs. I never want to deprive a business of its profit. After all, they do have overhead. Instead, I want them to be there next time I need something and build a rapport so they keep me in mind if something cool comes in." Mark, hey, thanks for watching my videos. I see you a lot, Mark, in the comment section, so I appreciate it, and thanks for the comment. All right, so let's break this down. So he writes in, let's just talk about part by part. He says, when buying a valuable and often hard to get product like some Rolex models, I wouldn't even bother to ask for a discount. Another viewer wrote in and said something like, it's not worth the trouble. All right, well, look, you're looking at the piece, you're right there. It doesn't take anything but a question. That's it. Can you do it for so-and-so amount? So there's really no effort on your part. I find that when I don't go for discounts is because I'm shy. It's like trying to talk to a girl in the street. It's like, it's tough because there's that fear of rejection. You don't know how they're going to react. And so you kind of say, well, I'll just pay. I'll just pay the regular price. I think you owe it to yourself to man up and throw that out there. And let me tell you, when you get that $100 or $200 off, it feels good, and that's your celebratory beer money after the purchase. So don't be shy. I've regretted it afterwards when sort of the shyness came over me and I didn't go for it. The worst they can say is no, right? So he goes on to say, I'm just grateful the seller is able to accommodate my needs. Yeah, I mean, I hear you there. You don't want to piss him off and him say, just get out. That's why you ask nicely, right? Because he'll say no, but you can still buy the piece. He says, I never want to deprive a business of its profit. Now, a lot of people are probably laughing about that. I don't think they're as worried about you as you are of them. It takes months, if you're like me, to get the money together for one of these pieces. And so time is one of our most valuable resources, and what you're doing is you're taking your most valuable resource, you're turning it into a pile of cash, and then you're laying it out for this watch. So you want to get your money's worth, and you want to get your time's worth, and let's look at it from sort of not their perspective, but what they do. Now, a lot of these watches are sold to these buy-only shops. There are shops here that just buy used things, and they don't even sell. They sell on the back end to these shops. So a couple months ago, I think a GMT was running like you could sell your GMT at one of these shops, these buy-only shops, for 6,000 USD. That's crazy. That's crazy low, and they would probably tack on 2,000. Sell it to the gray market shop. The gray market shop would tack on another 2,000. Now, maybe they would have an in-house watchmaker to look at it, service it, polish it. They usually don't do complete overhauls. They just kind of make it look nice if it needs it, buff out scratches and stuff. And the whole process, you can imagine, could take a month, right? And so if you think about it, they're not really putting that much out there, and they're not, yeah, it eats into their profit by $100 or $200 or more to ask for a discount, but they'll be okay, and they're not gonna agree to anything that really hurts them. And the whole system is built on lowballing that guy that comes in to sell the watch, and then lowballing it so then that buyer can sell it to the shop, and so everybody's sort of lowballing everybody, and when it gets to you, it's you know, there's room for a more sensible price. And sellers, I think, have a tendency to overprice things because the last thing they want to do is underprice it, and then it sells and they think, yeah, damn, I could have gotten more for that. That was way too low. That went way too fast. Somebody will buy it, right? I mean, if it's way too overpriced, then they're not going to sell it, but they can always come down. But if they start out too low, then bam's out the door and they think, I really could have made more on that piece. And so I think there's wiggle room, and I don't think you need to worry about them hurting. Yeah, just think about how much time you spend getting your money together for these pieces, and yeah, go for that discount. Now, here's the thing. He writes in and he says, and these are all good points that he brings up, and this is why I wanted to make the video. He says, you know, he wants to build a rapport. I want them to be there next time I need something and build a rapport so they keep me in mind if something cool comes in. Now, there's a phenomenon called the Benjamin Franklin effect, which is really interesting. And it goes like this. Somebody does a favor for you, and you develop, because of you do that favor for them, a liking for that person. It's related to cognitive dissonance, when your actions and your thoughts have to match, right? And cognitive dissonance is a whole nother thing. It's really interesting. But basically, if you do a favor for somebody, because you've done that favor, you think, well, I did the favor. And so you try to justify that logically. And so logically, you say, well, I guess I did it because I like the person. And that's cognitive dissonance coming to play. And that's the Benjamin Franklin effect. So if you ask for something and the person gives it to you, actually they'll start to like you a little bit more. And that's why if you do ask for the discount, next time you go in, they're probably not going to say, there's that jerk who weaseled $100 out of us. They're going to say, hey, I remember that guy. I gave him a discount. I guess it was because I liked him. Right? And it's probably going to help you out. They're going to remember you. So the Benjamin Franklin effect, that's going to come into play. So I think you owe it to yourself and the relationship to ask for a small discount. Thank you for the comment, Mark. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Hey guys, would you like for me to take a look at your collection and tell you what I think? Well, if so, you can make it happen. I bring you the collection analysis for 50 USD, PayPal to me, link in the description to my PayPal account. I'll make a video just for you talking about your collection. Now, email me at austininjapan@gmail.com. And I'd like pictures of your watches to put in the video, and tell me about each watch. How much did you pay for it? What do you like about it? Why did you buy it? Tell me a little bit about yourself and where you want to take the collection, and I'll make a video just for you. I will look at it through my lens and a more general lens and talk about what I would have done and what I would do and what I'd do going forward. I'm not just going to focus on whether your pieces are valuable or whether you could flip them for cash. I want to look at the collection as a whole and give you my impressions. So if you're interested in a collection analysis, we're open for business. Email me.